For a while, I have seen a lot of headlight restoration products for sale online and always wondered if they worked or not and never really had an opportunity to test them out until today. What I have is the CERAKOTE name brand ceramic headlight restoration kit, and I'm going to put it to the test on our Georgetown Forest River RV to see, does it restore these headlights, or did I waste some money on a kit and now I got to go buy new headlights to get it looking pretty. Looking at the instruction pamphlet inside the box, there is a QR code you can scan to watch a video, and I am absolutely going to do that. I'm a visual learner much more than a read it and apply it style learner. But there's also written instructions if you want to follow it. Basically, there are 3 different steps, or rather stages, that you will undertake to restore your headlights. The first stage is what is called oxidation remover. These are some very potent cleaning wipes that you want to wear gloves with, and you absolutely do not want to get it on the paint job of your vehicle, because these will remove a bunch of oxidation and really super clean and prepare the headlights for the following stages. Stage 2 of this application is to prepare the surface, and that is done with some very fine grit sandpaper, some wet sanding techniques, and you work through a couple of different stages of grit as you go through. This further refines, cleans, and prepares the surface to accept stage 3, which stage 3 is the actual ceramic clear coating in the form of a wipe that you apply. It bonds and creates what they call the lifetime guarantee of restoring your headlights. All right, cool. So I just finished watching stage 1, their instructional video, and it's very straightforward. Now, to start, I need to wash the headlights of the RV with regular soap and water and then dry it off. Then we will start with the taping off the headlights, putting on some gloves, and then using the oxidation wipes. They didn't specify what kind of soap to use. I normally would not use Dawn dish soap for this at all, but I want to get any kind of the residue from my wash and wax product I use on the RV off of these headlights. So in this one instance, I'm going to be using dish soap to clean a vehicle, a portion of it at least, but just realize that's not what I normally use or what I would recommend for average normal application. I'm definitely a fan of a wash and wax all-in-one RV cleaning soap, or for vehicles as well. Just a wash and wax product, definitely. This particular wash brush that I'm using is a Tellus Pro wash brush. It's sold from Amazon. I got it because it is a telescopic pole that is very easy to adjust and has positive cam locks. Very good for washing an RV, or honestly any kind of vehicle. To speed up the drying process, I'm going to use a cordless leaf blower to dry this off, and then I'll follow that up with a microfiber drying cloth. I'm going to make sure to also dry around the vehicle body, or the RV's body, since I want to put some tape on it to protect the paint. Now that the headlights have been washed and dried, this is going to be a good time to get some before footage, let you see what the condition of the headlights are before I do this project, and then I'll be able to run some after footage at the end of the video and let you see how they compare. There we go, guys. Tape is all done. Now we can officially, I guess, begin this restoration step. All right, guys, at this point, this is where we put on the gloves they give you. Definitely don't touch these oxidation wipes with your bare hands. And in total, you get double what I'm holding. So 4 wipes per headlight for this application. Remember, go in circular motions, scrub, 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 flip the wipe over. Whenever it's done, open a new one and just repeat it until you've gone through all 4 of the wipes per headlight. All right, let's see how much we took off just in that portion. Yep, that's quite a bit, right? All right, flipping it over, we're gonna keep at it. This is absolutely where taking the time to tape off around the headlight is really coming back to pay me. I'm able to just scrub it. I don't have to be scared to touch the edge around the headlight, and I'm able to just do this quicker. All right, this one's just as dirty. Going on to wipe number 3. Still gnarly after wipe number 3. Last one in the kit. Wipe number 4. All right, wipe number 4. Not as bad, still had some left, but that's it. 4 wipes per headlight. Now we're gonna repeat the same steps on the other side. The fine print in the steps say to rinse this thoroughly once you finish step 1. So that's what we're doing. I just finished cleaning the first headlight and rinsed it off and decided to take 1 second and let you guys see the difference between the two as of stage 1. Oxidation remover has been applied on the passenger side, but on the driver's side, we've not done anything yet. There's a visible difference, but we're not done yet. So let's not call it whatever we're gonna call it until we're done. I'm gonna go ahead and run through the wipes on the driver's side headlight. Same process, we'll go ahead and do that, but let's go ahead and skip ahead in the video to stage 2. I'll see you there in just 1 second. All right, guys, with that done, welcome to stage 2. This is wet sanding. Now, this is also an area where you may need to get something that is not included in the kit in the form of a spray bottle for spraying water on the headlight and your sanding paper to create your lubricant for this process. Now, if you're like me and you know you have one somewhere, but for the life of you cannot find it, then a garden hose will work, right? Use what you can. You have to have water between the sandpaper and the headlight because the water acts as the lubricant, and that is absolutely a must-have. That's why they call it wet sanding. So whatever source of water you can get, use it. We're going to be going in linear fashion, so straight lines, not circles, right? We're not waxing the car, wax on, wax off. Think of it more as paint the fence. If you know what that's from, leave me a comment down below. You are just awesome. Otherwise, let's grab the garden hose. Thankfully, it's running through our filter with the RV because it is our RV hose we're using. Well, maybe it'll clean it up a little bit, but otherwise, let's start sanding. All right, guys, we're gonna get the headlight wet. We're gonna get our paper wet, and we're going to constantly keep applying the water as we go. So, wet sandpaper, wet sanding, you gotta have your water. I can definitely feel right here on the headlight, it is a lot rougher right through here than it is in the other areas. That makes sense though, the way the headlight is shaped, the way the RV is shaped. It's basically a white brick flying down the interstate. This is where the majority of the wind and debris is hitting and then bouncing off. So I'm going to spend more attention in this rough area than I will along the edges. Okay, I think I'm good enough, but one of the things that they say in the training video that you watch of a way to check yourself is to rinse the headlight, but then go back and dry it off with a microfiber cloth. What you want to see is a uniform, cloudy appearance. If you got any smooth spots, you've not sanded enough, or if you find any that are different, you want the uniform appearance across the whole headlight. So let's grab a microfiber cloth and see how good of a job I've done so far. So looking at my sanding job from different angles, mostly here on the side, I've got a little more work to do right through here, and then maybe some right through here. So not too bad, especially for my first time. All right, both our headlights are nice and cloudy. So I'm walking over here and I just picked up the 3000 grit sandpaper. I'm gonna do the same process 1 pad per side, keeping it wet and sanding it until it's done. I just finished drying off both headlights, and at this point you may think, okay, great, they're dry, let's go ahead and finish this. But not so fast. The ceramic coating that comes in this kit, that final stage, what really just gives it the look, is not compatible with water. So your headlights need to be 100% dry, 200% dry, or beyond. Wipe them down with a microfiber cloth, spray them off or blow them off with an air compressor or a leaf blower, but still let them sit at least an hour or so. Unfortunately, this is also not the most ideal day for me to do this because we got rain clouds in the area. Hopefully, they will stay gone for at least the next 3 hours because I need to let this sit for an hour to dry, apply the ceramic coating, and then it needs to cure for at least an hour afterwards. So, I probably should have checked the weather before I started this project. I'm actually kind of wondering, I could probably leave it at this point until I had a nice sunny day to finish it out, but I'm going to see if I can push the envelope. I'll check the weather though. Either way, got some time to kill to let this dry, so I'll see you whenever we get back to it. I'm holding my hand up because if I put it away, the camera doesn't want to expose on me anymore and it wants to show you the pretty view. So, old Mr. Sun is back out. The rain came, the rain went. It's been about an hour, hour and a half, and the RV is totally dry. It has been baking, drying, and we are ready to do stage number 3, which is the ceramic coats. So let's do that. All right, moment we've all been waiting for. Step 3, ceramic clear coating. So, glove, you don't want to touch this stuff. Now the important thing with this is take the wipe and to do one straight motion and go back and do another one, overlapping about 50%. You go from top to bottom and that's it. There's no rub-a-dub, there's no scrub-a-dub. You wipe it and you leave it. The other important thing is that you don't want this to get wet, at least for an hour afterwards. So that's why I didn't risk it earlier. The sky is quite blue at this point, so I think we're good. All right, just doing one last little check, make sure I didn't miss any spots. All right, there we go. Now we leave it. But we'll also do the other side while we wait. Over here on the driver's side, same thing. Starting at the top, going straight across, making sure I get nice, even coat. Overlap 50%. And go all the way down. Well, there's a little before and after, and I'll also overlay where we started because my mind doesn't remember it, but hey, you're seeing it now. This is so much better, right? Like I think it's a whole lot better, but my opinion is only half of this equation. And unfortunately, I'm not counting you as the other half, but Angela the other half. So let me grab her and see what she thinks. Well, I found her. Not that she was that difficult to find. She's been out here for the last portion at least.
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think?
Well, it exceeds my expectations.
Perfect. End all. Cut the shots. We're done. It doesn't
Well,
get
we
any
are
better than
done.
that. Okay, talk a little bit more than that.
Well, watching it be done, when I saw the before, I'm like, there's no way that this is really going to be able to get it clear.
Right.
But it's almost like clear fingernail polish or something getting put over it that it makes the whole thing clear and it took all the cloudy away. So I would say Good job.
That's cool. You told me that analogy as I was wiping it on, and I don't know if that audio made it into shot, but once you said it, then it made sense. But initially, my mind wasn't thinking clear nail polish. I mean, for some weird reason, I guess. It's a good analogy because it is kind of what it looks like, right? You got to
Yeah.
tell us for that one for sure.
Well, we had to watch it because he did another swipe across and it started like running and going down. So you really have to make sure that it doesn't run. Otherwise, it's going to make it look weird. But
Right.
it was easy to fix.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks great. So for $20 in the kit cost, I mean, the extra stuff I had here on site that I had to use, presumably you'll have the stuff. Maybe the painter's tape you might need to get. But that is not a bad deal, considering the headlights for this are about $210 for the set, which is actually a surprise. I did not expect to be able to find replacement headlights for this, but we can, and that's cool. But it's even cooler, we don't have to now. All right, well, I guess that's it, right? What else can we say about a headlight restoration kit other than it works and it looks good?
Well, guys, thanks for coming along as we restored our headlights on our Georgetown. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.
Bye.